Hey, so today we're going to be dividing fractions using our fraction strips, but this is going to look a lot more like what we did towards the end of class on Thursday. Sawyer, please turn it off so they can hear me. This is just a little bit more complicated, okay? So keep up with me. So we're going to see how many 2's are in 1/3. So you can see this representation right here just shows 1/3. The red part is 1/3. Here's one whole divided into 3 pieces. There's 1/3. But you need to find out how many 2's are in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut this in half, because that's what you do when you divide things in 2's, right? So if you cut this in half, this is the piece, that's one piece right there. Half, half. Sawyer, keep it off. Here is your 1. Your answer here is 1/6, because you had to cut each third into 2 pieces, and now you have 6 pieces, and your answer is just 1/6. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit. Looks kind of like the same problems, but now the order has switched, and you know when the order switches, that's important, especially in dividing. So we're now going to find out how many 1/3 are in 2. So we have our 2 wholes, 1, 2. So if we're doing the fraction bars, you're going to have to share another bar with someone else. You need to find out how many 1/3 are in 2. So you're going to line up your 1/3 fraction pieces until they cover or equal the whole amount, 2 bars. And then you can go back and count them. And you had 6, right? So 6 inverse of 1/6. All right, now let's look at some of the circle pieces, and I might come over here too to the circle pieces so you can look at them. All right, so this is asking you, and this is a fraction and a fraction, so we're getting a little bit more complicated. This is asking you how many 1/4 are in 3/4. Now this one I think could be kind of easy, because here's 3/4, and you're counting 1, 2, 3. There's 3. So the answer there would be 3. Now if you're looking at, and here's the way to look at it with the fraction bars, okay? So how many 1/4 are there in 3/4? There's 3. This is the piece that's missing. We don't have a piece there. That would be the 4/4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 3/4. This is the piece that, or I thought that was gonna shade into, but it didn't. All right, so let's keep looking. And if you guys want to pause me at any time and play with your own manipulatives, then please do that. This needs to make sense for you from a modeling perspective, because there's not a standard algorithm in 5th grade for dividing fractions. This is it. So now we have how many 2/6 are in 5/6. So here's 5/6, okay? If you put this extra piece in here, it would be 6/6. But we're not dealing with a whole, we're dealing with less than a whole. So here's your 5/6, and you're gonna separate these into 2/6. Where's my 6? Can you scoot over? Can you scoot over in a minute? All right, here's my 6 pieces. Can you see this? So here's my 6 pieces. I'm gonna find out how many 2/6 are in 5/6. Here's 1, 1/6, 2/6, 1/6, 2/6, 1/6, 2/6. How many 2/6 are in 5/6? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, that's because I started with 6/6 again. All right, so 1, 2, and then this would be 6/6. Okay, so I actually have 1, 2, and then 1/6 left over. Okay, I want to make the whole, but it's not there. So that's where this imaginary piece comes in, okay? So because I made a mistake, I'm gonna hammer this home again one more time. 5/6, this is what we're looking at. 5/6, how many 2/6 are inside? 1 set of 2/6, 2 set of 2/6, and then I have 1/6 left over. I want to make this, but I don't have it. I'm missing a piece, so there's the piece that I'm missing. So this is when you have to back up, and you need to look at this piece as half, because this is what we want, and this is what we have. So we have half. So the answer is going to be 1, 2, and a half. Okay, again, pause me if you don't get it. So here is it looking at the bar. So here's one whole bar, and here's your 5/6. If it was one whole, your 5/6 would be right here. And you're finding out how many 2/6 are inside 1/6. So there's your one set of 2/6. There's your second set of 2/6. And we want to make a third set of 2/6 here, but we don't have it. So this is your imaginary, I don't have this. So I've got 2. Oh gosh, I went backwards. I went forward too far. So I've got 2 here, 1, 2, but I don't have a third, but I want a third, but I don't have it. So I need to look at what I do have of this last piece. And what I do have of this last piece is half. I have half of the last piece. So my answer is 2 1/2. Some people do better with the circle, people do better with the rectangle. So I'm showing you both on the board right here. So now we're looking at how many 1/6 are inside 2/3. Yes.
I want to watch some.
When I'm done, please, and thank you. All right, so how many 1/6 are in 2/3? Now, in this situation, it's easier for me to lay the 1/6 on top of the 2/3. So let me show you that, and it might be a little hard on the board. But here's thirds, and here's my 2/3, okay? I wonder if this will stick. And I want to know how many 1/6 are inside 1/3. So I'm going to, is it going to stick? Kind of. No, it doesn't. All right, okay, the good thing is you can video me down here. All right, look down here, look down here, look down here. All the way down here. Here's my 2/3. I'm gonna see how many 1/6 are in it. Stay out of the way, baby. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6. So my answer would be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woohoo! Same space, right? All right, here is that same problem in bars. 1 whole, 2/3 of the whole, because this is what we're looking at. How many 1/6 are in 2/3? 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6. Perfect. We don't have any hanging over this time. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go, counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 8/12 and 5/12. I love it when we're dealing with the same denominator here, because all you really need to do is take them out, right? So here's 8 of the 12s. I'm going to take out one set of 5/12s, right? Because I'm trying to find out how many 5/12s are inside 8/12s. So there is my one set of 5/12s. Now what I'm left with is 3/12. And 3/12 is not enough to make 5/12. So what I need to find out is how much is missing from this piece to give me another whole. And that answer is there's 2/12 missing from this piece. So my answer is going to be 1, because I've got one piece right here. And now I'm not looking at this as 12ths anymore. I'm looking at them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at them as fifths. So my answer here is 1 3/5 is my answer. And here it is in bar form. We've got our 8/12. I'm going to take out my 5/12, or I'm going to circle my 5/12. There we go. And then I want to have a second whole, but I don't. So I have to just consider this piece right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 3 out of the 5. So my answer is 1 3/5. I wonder if I wrote that. No, it won't let me.
Mom.
What?
The arrow on the left.
Oh, that's right. You're so smart. So the answer would be.
Wait, there we go.
There we go. Okay. 1 3/5. Okay. Cool. Now I want that to go away. Oh, yay. You're so smart. All right. 3/4 divided by 1/6. Here again, I would lay my 1/6 pieces on top, right? To see how many 1/6 are inside 3/4. Oh, they laid the 1/12 pieces down there. Because it didn't go in evenly. So you couldn't put 2/6 here, because this would be 2/6, and it didn't fit. So they went ahead and found pieces that did fit in evenly, so which they went ahead and did the 12 pieces. And they took each 2/12 of a piece, because you and I know that 2/12 is equivalent to 1/6, right? So they went ahead and took out the 12ths. So the, go away. So there's 1 2/12, 2 2/12, 3, 4, and they want a 5th, but there isn't a 5th. So we've got 1 2 3 4 and a half, because only one of the 2 pieces is missing. Here that is again. 1 2 3 4. I want the 5th, but it's not there. But the piece I am looking at has 2 pieces, and I only have one of the 2, so that's a half, 4 and a half. How many 3/6 are inside 1/6? That's kind of super tricky. So it seems like a trick question, right? You can't take 3/6 out of 1/6. It's only 1/6. So what do we do here? So you have your 1/6 piece. You want to make 3/6, right? So then you put in your imaginary 2 more 6ths. Now this would be 3/6 if we filled it all in, but we can't. So we have to take it for what it is. Now it's a piece with 3 pieces in it. So your answer is going to be 1/3, because you have the 1 piece out of the 3 that we want, because we want to make 3/6, because we want to find out how many 3/6 are in 1/6, and there's not even 1, so the answer has to be less than 1. So it's 1/3. Cool? Cool. X. Next. Here, this shows this again. So how many 3/6 are in 1/6? Well, that answer is 0. So I'm going to find 3/6, and I'm going to figure out how many pieces I have inside. There's my 3/6, and how many pieces I have inside the 1/6, which is 1. All right, so now this is all the answers we just talked about. We said, you know, how many 1/4 are in 3/4? We said 3, blah, 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 blah. So we are going to, when I get back tomorrow, look at all these equations, and we're going to see if we see something in common, if we see kind of a trick. But for right now, you are going to be doing your classwork, which is going to be, I know it's numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'll have it written down in the post. So get to work. Thanks, bye.